I heard Cyclone Promotions are about to go bust. After training, I'm going to phone Eddie Hearn to tell him that it's not much, but they can have half of the money they paid me if they give me my WBC silver back. Actually, they can keep it and go bankrupt. Nobody watches their shows anyway. Those are the words of Ohara Davies, as you can see on screen. Some people are saying this boy never learns. To be honest, I think it's admirable from a psychological point of view that Ohara Davies isn't down in the dumps about his defeat to Josh Taylor, and that, as the old saying goes, if you fall off the horse, you get back on it. And that's what he appears to be doing here, getting back on his horse. He's still got his cocky attitude, still got his trash talk. He wants to carry on as he was before, despite the fact that he got beaten up by Josh Taylor and forced to quit. As far as what he said about Cyclone Promotions, maybe it was actually paying him that six-figure sum which sent them over the edge financially, if indeed they are about to go bust. Maybe it was paying him that money, because he apparently, as far as I'm aware, got paid a lot more than Josh Taylor did. You wonder why they stumped up so much money for Ohara Davies to fight Josh Taylor. But they did. So if Cyclone go bust, you could see it as Ohara Davies maybe lost the ball, but he won the or maybe you could see it as Eddie Hearn losing the ball because Ohara's his fighter and he's been competing with Cyclone several times. Obviously with Frampton Quigg, with Ohara Josh Taylor, and maybe a couple other occasions. So yeah, maybe Eddie Hearn lost a couple. If Cyclone go under. Me personally, I'd be disappointed to see Cyclone go under because they're currently, as far as I'm aware, the only promotional outfit who are doing boxing on Channel 5. I felt like the Josh Taylor Ohara Davies fight was an excellent fight to have on Channel 5. It was a very entertaining bout, and for those people watching boxing for the first time or people who are maybe casual fans tuning into that, that surely would have made converts out of a lot of them. A lot of them would have thought, you know what, yeah, I like this sport, boxing. I like it. So I'm always about benefiting the sport, whatever benefits the sport. Obviously, I don't want fighters to get exploited. Definitely not. But when it comes to promoters, if there are promoters out there putting fights on terrestrial television, I'm all for it. And that's what Cyclone and the Mcguigans were really pushing. Mcguigan was constantly banging on about having fights on terrestrial television. That's a big thing for him. And so because of that, I want to see Cyclone succeed because of the fact that Mcguigan seems committed to putting fights on terrestrial television. Maybe you disagree with me, but let me know how you feel in the comment section below about Ohara Davies' attitude. Do you think it's the right attitude to have? I mean, some of you hate Ohara Davies. So you're going to say, oh, I wish he'd retire. I wish he'd do this. I wish he'd do that. Well, I don't really pay too much attention to those type of comments. I'm talking about people who are looking at this from an objective point of view. Like, what do you think Ohara should do? What's best for his career from now on? If you were advising this young man, you know, what's best for him? Is it best for him to mope around and be quiet? Or is it best for him to pick himself up and go back to being the old Ohara, being cocky and all that kind of stuff? Maybe you don't think it's best for him. Maybe you think humbling himself would have been the better approach. Maybe because he put so much pressure on himself by saying he's going to knock Taylor out and do this, that, and the other, maybe that's why, if you believe the pressure got to him in the fight, maybe that's why the pressure got to him, because he put a lot of pressure on himself. This is one of the things which I always felt was holding Audley Harrison back throughout a lot of his career, or pretty much the entirety of his career, was the fact that he put so much pressure on himself by talking himself up and putting other fighters down, that when he got in the ring the weight of expectation was just too much for him. He talked himself into a corner and now he had to produce. I feel like Audley, from a psychological point of view, would have been more relaxed in the ring if he hadn't been talking himself up all the time. Some people can handle that type of pressure. Some people actually need to talk themselves up. They like putting pressure on themselves. David Haye's one of those kind of guys. But other fighters don't react well under pressure. And they actually freeze, or it makes them tense, or they underperform. And they actually need to bring themselves down. Not put themselves down. I mean, bring themselves down in terms of staying calm. You know, not getting caught up in all the hype talk. But staying calm, keeping it nice and simple. You know, yes, sir, no, sir, thank you. And, you know, just keeping it simple and basic and low key. Some fighters are better off being low key rather than hyping up with all this trash talk. But yeah, anyway, I'm digressing all over the place here. So let me know what you think about everything I've covered in this video. The post from Ohara Davies, so on and so forth. If you haven't done so already, make sure you click the notification bell below this video. It should be next to the subscribe button. You'll get alerts for all my future uploads. So again, make sure you click that if you haven't done on the previous video. And also check out this selection of 4 other videos which should be appearing on screen right now or very shortly, which I've recorded recently. You might want to go watch those if you haven't seen them already. So thanks for watching. Give me a thumbs up or give me a thumbs down. Share the video, favorite the video. It's all good. All right? It's Hatman, I'm out.